In this video, let's talk about the alter ego, why you need to build one, and how you can build one for yourself. So, the concept of an alter ego is you're building the character of somebody, or you're building a character that will help you to help you achieve the goals or your vision, basically. And it's not new. It has been used by the most successful people, from Beyonce to Kobe Bryant to actors. It mostly is by actors, basically, because that is what basically helps them to get on that stage, to get in front of the camera and perform and deliver such great work. So that is what it is. Let's talk about why you need one. Now, you have a goal, you have a vision, but in some cases, we have stories in our head that is based on our identity of who we are, and these stories in our head tell us more about what we cannot do compared to what we can do. And the worst part is that most of the stories are not true. They're just based on they are based on sometimes people's opinions, people's experiments, people's false ideas. So, for example, in this video, we're going to be trying to know how to maybe attract girls or become fit. So, somebody wants to attract girls, and he has the identity of somebody who doesn't know how to attract girls. He's going to find it difficult because when he walks up to girls, he will either walk up to the girls who he feels are low hanging fruits, or he's probably going to come up with different excuses of saying he's not rich enough, he doesn't dress well, and everything. But sometimes, like I said, those stories are completely false. In terms of fitness, so many people are not fit or don't go to the gym because they do not have the identity of somebody who is fit, who is disciplined, and everything. And I'm telling you how I used it when I was much more younger in my early 20s, like 21, 22. So um knowing fully well that our identity and the stories in our head were stopping us from achieving the goals and dreams, the goals that we have for ourselves. We need a way to actually change the identity. But in so many cases, it's very difficult to change the identity of a human being completely. It's very difficult. It's not as easy as people make it sound like. So building an alter ego is building a character that you have crafted for yourself. This character is somebody who you know is capable of achieving that goal. And it's easy to build one. But the first thing you need is why you need that alter ego. If you don't have a strong reason for that alter ego, every other thing else in this video is basically useless. You need a why. Why does this alter ego need to come up? Like I said, it could be to give you the confidence, the charisma to talk to women. It could be it's to give you the discipline to show up to your work, to run the business, to talk to people as as you speak already. Next thing I need is you need to know who who is that person you have to become to achieve that why. For example, is the best when it comes to women, the person I'm most comfortable with is James Bond. That is in terms of him being focused, disciplined, and yet still once in a while open to talk to women, confident around them, playful, charming. So that's the character that I looked up to in terms of discipline and everything. So when you know the who, what you're looking for now is the implementation. That is the how. How would you go about it? How would this character go about these activities? What would this person do in this situation? So, for example, if you're carrying on the identity of James Bond at the moment, you dress well, you have presented yourself, you have this sense of inner confidence that all you have to do is walk up to her with a very charming smile, just be soft. And it basically does not need a lot of cheeky lines. You don't need that much. Hey, hi, how are you doing? This is my name. And just do it. Also, if it's fitness, if you have the identity of somebody who is fit, or you take up the alter ego of somebody who is fit, maybe David Goggins. Trust me, and the who the who is sometimes a problem for people because And most recently, it's for someone like me because when you watch these videos of building an alter ego, you are asked to write out traits that you want to achieve. But what mostly happens is people begin to have this laundry list of traits, about 20 traits. But 3 to 5 is okay. But you begin to have like a lot of traits. And before you know it, you have this list of things that make you a god instead of helping you to build the alter ego. So what I tell people is look for a movie character that you really, really resonated with. Now, please be very careful. Do not go and choose a villain in a movie to build your alter ego with. Although some villains are kind of like right, they kind of like have some justifiable reasons for why they were villains, but please avoid picking any villain in your movie or the character you're trying to build. And after you know why, you know who you want to become, you know how this person acts and everything. The next thing that you need is some form of activation. That is activation in the sense of how do you transition from your current identity, the person who you think or who you know you are, to becoming this alter ego. That is what we call the activation. And it's pretty simple. And these are physical triggers. So, for example, when I was much younger, I wanted to become a soldier. So, one thing I knew that I could start with was, oh, by the way, in my country, you cannot wear camouflage. That's completely illegal. But I could wear the watches of US Navy SEALs, Marines, them Timex, them G-Shock watches, Casio watches. I used to love wearing those watches. And whenever I wore those watches, I felt like I was this disciplined, regimented person. And that was even where I got the idea of regimented. Because at the time, I had a friend who asked me to hang out with him. And I just looked at my watch and said, sorry, it's bedtime. And this was a subconscious behavior. And he said, your time seems to be very, very regimented. I initially bought that watch so that I could use it as a timer for my run because as a soldier, you're going to need to know how to run long distances at a very fast time or fast pace. But instead, I had begun to adopt that identity outside of the running. So that is whenever I wore that watch, I felt like I was disciplined. I felt like I was a soldier. Well, that's what's helped me most of the time. I think I have to go and get back that watch. The reason I have a digital watch now is because of the heart rate monitor, the step counter, and whatnot. But I'll get back to that. Now, also, another thing is the state you are currently at. Most people may have an identity to help them achieve those goals. But if you are in the wrong state of mind, which most disciplined or self-improvement gurus wouldn't tell you about because some of these guys don't really practice what they preach. Soldiers, the best of us, the best soldiers can be put off in a very, very wrong state. That's why soldiers have psychologists, they have therapy. Some of them have PTSDs. Even the best soldiers have PTSDs. So we should not take for granted the state you're currently at. And having this alter ego can help you trigger, can help you switch your state quick if you apply the right triggers. So, like I said, probably for you, this could be attracting girls or maybe James Bond. Now, to be James Bond, you've probably looked at how he dresses, how he talks, how he holds his drinks, how he approaches his women. So now a trigger could be you dress like him. You could either have a Rolex watch, a very good Rolex watch, or they could walk around in suits, wear the kind of shoes he wears, be flexible like him. So that is how you basically build an alter ego. So, like I said, if you want to use it to attract women, if you want to use it to become more disciplined in fitness, all of these methods will work with you. Just know what you're trying to achieve. So that's it. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon, and bye for now.